Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie from Esoteric Trading Solutions. I hope you're all well. I hope you're being kind to yourself and being kind to each other, family, friends, and animals in your life. And life's short, so please live it. I thought I'd just very quickly do a market overview with technicals and look at the technicals on a 4-hour and a 1-day view of the major cryptocurrencies against USD. Obviously, look at the outlook now. Some fundamental analysis, just general review of what's been coming out in terms of the market, obviously some of the news, and just the outlook going forward. So just we'll start doing the technicals, and then I'll just cover some of the market news at the moment. Thank you. So just looking at Bitcoin Cash on the daily as well as the hourly. I like to look at the daily first, and then the 4-hourly, I should say. Market is still selling off. It hasn't actually consolidated, which is a bit annoying. So we've still got this parabolic sell here. It's under the Ichimoku, under a fairly big level of resistance here, which is around 12,700. Also, Bitcoin does look like it can get to 8,975.17. I think it's done a lot actually from the highs of about 20,000. So I suspect that it should really bounce off that 8,975.17, something like that. That's probably where I would be looking to buy some in small at this stage. The MACD, the histogram is still red, and the accumulation index is still red on the daily. But I suspect that where I'd be looking to buy off is probably around this 8,930. Just very quickly looking at the 4-hourly. The 4-hourly basically, again, looks like you can get down to 9,145.38, and it's still in red mode, on both those indicators, and we've got a parabolic sell. So as market's not consolidating at the moment, so you wouldn't really be looking to buy until there's been some consolidation. Ethereum's been doing very well compared to other cryptocurrencies. I'm not aware of anything coming out on Ethereum, but we'll cover that in the next leg of this this presentation. Ethereum hasn't been coming off that much at all. If anything, every other cryptocurrency has been doing a lot worse than Ethereum. We have got a parabolic buy here. This is slightly red, but it's been holding up very, very well. So it's around 109.3 if this is correct. Still above the Ichimoku, the green, which is very, very bullish, good sign, and it's got this rounding, base here as well. If you look at the MACD and the the accumulation index and the histogram, it is slightly red, and the moving average is slightly red, but it's showing a better technical picture than anything else at the moment. So just very quickly look at the 4 hours on this one. 4 hours. Resistance looks to be 1141.79. Could potentially come back to this 1011.59, and we've got red, so it probably will come back a little bit. Litecoin's been doing quite badly since Charlie, the originator of the coin, sold his holdings, and he seemed to sell it at the high of the market, which was interesting. So very good trading from his perspective. Does look very bad to me. You've got this big downward technical channel here, and to me it looks like it can get to say 108, something like that on the daily. Parabolic sell, all red. This is all red, doesn't look great, not consolidating. Looks like it can get to 108 or 110, 109, something like that. If we take it to the 4-hourly, it doesn't seem to be much support for Litecoin at the moment. It has very much underperformed other cryptocurrencies. Excuse me. On the 4-hourly, it looks like it can get to 129.72 cents, something like that. If we look at, excuse me, Ethereum Classic, check this one out as well. I'm just going to go through the major cryptos, not some of the secondary. I suppose Ethereum Classic is a secondary, but just the main ones that I look at for trading. Ethereum Classic on the daily looks like it can come down to 22,725. That's where I've got it to come down to. Negative on the histogram, negative on the accumulation index and the moving average, and we do have a parabolic sell, and the highs have been getting lower. So again, if we take that to the 4-hourly, 4-hourly does look like it can get down to roughly about 23 something like that, or even 22,705. So let's check out Monero. On the daily, if we look at Monero on the daily, it looks like it can get to 233.16. Again, parabolic sell, price action's red, highs are getting lower. Accumulation index is negative, moving average is still moving down and over, and we've got the histogram still red as well. Take it to the 4 hourly. So there's no reason why I'd get long this market at the moment. It's not basing, it's not consolidating. 252.709 is where this looks like it can go for the 4 hourly on Monero. Let's check out Dash. Dash, we've got higher lows all the way down. Let's go back to the daily. I like the daily first. On the daily, looks like it can probably get to, it's very close to that 604.511, something like that. Maybe potentially even 563, but all negative, very similar to other charts. Does look like it's a bit oversold though. If we check out the 4 hourly, probably around 595. If it doesn't hold there, then obviously it will go lower. So it's nothing's basing at the moment. Let's just check out Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. And there was all that argy-bargy in the past where someone bought up at 9,000 and Coinbase basically unwound those transactions. On the day, it looks like it can get to 105.82, still at a parabolic sell, all the price actions quite negative. And again, moving, histogram and accumulation index and the moving averages are quite negative as well on that. 4 hourly, let's check that out. So really it's, and we've got a level support here on the 4 hourly at 1351.95. Let's just check out IOTA, USD. Just take it back to the daily on IOTA. To me, IOTA looks quite negative. It looks like to me it can get very quickly or very easily to about 128.441. And again, got a very similar chart to all the other cryptocurrencies that we've looked at except Ethereum. And let's go to 4 hourly. Pretty much same story. Minimum objective from here is 1.866. Negative on all the other indicators as well. And let's check out Ripple, USD. Ripple has been a real underperformer. It just gets slammed heavier than anything else. They've had some pretty good news come out recently as well, which we'll talk about just in the fundamental news. But Ripple's in that downward channel again, and it does look like to me on this daily it could quite easily get to about 74.7450 on the daily, even maybe potentially 0.64128. If we look at the 4 hourly on Ripple. 4 hourly is a minimum objective 0.97214. Probably get that fairly quick tonight. So that's all I look at on the technicals. Overall, the picture doesn't look very good at all. And I'll try and explain why I think people are selling, but it surprised me, this level of sell-off, because it just seems to be people were very long going into Christmas, and they pretty much just keep selling this market at the moment. So we'll just have a look at that now, and won't be a sec. In terms of fundamental news, we are finding, obviously a lot of different governments are either regulating crypto or they're not at all, and certainly the US urges regulation of cryptocurrencies, and it's making it a lot harder for people, particularly to have ICOs, or actually get ICOs. If you're in the US, you can't actually buy ICOs, so there's very tough regulation on that. Also, there's regulation in terms of whether you can get your money out or whether you can't, and whether you can actually draw down on credit cards to buy crypto. And some of the banks are actually refusing to engage any sort of activity with cryptocurrencies. So that probably is affecting the market, I would say, definitely in the US particularly. If we look at other markets, certainly the Chinese are banning, they've certainly banned crypto in the exchanges, and they've even put pressure on the miners in China in relation to their electricity costs. And so the miners are actually looking at other countries to go and do mining, whether it be in Canada or cheaper places where they can actually do mining, so that their electricity costs are a lot cheaper. So we have found the miners are actually moving out of China to go and do their mining elsewhere, the 4 major miners that Bitcoin uses as well. And in saying that, we do have other miners that are interested in looking at mining. For example, Samsung today said that they're going to be looking into mining, and some of the larger banks are going to be looking into mining because there is money to be made from that, which is a good story because it'll actually lead to more diversification in terms of the miners that are available to mine Bitcoin or Ethereum, for example. So that's actually a good story. If we look at Russia said they've got no intentions of banning cryptocurrency in the country. They're quite happy to let crypto exchanges open up, and they basically want, they're quite happy with letting cryptocurrency exchanges open up and to do business. They just want to make sure that their people are properly educated in terms of cryptocurrency. Again, the Philippines has pretty much said they're interested in regulating cryptocurrencies and ICOs. But, if we go to, South Korea, the finance minister today said they have no interest in banning cryptocurrency. This is a story that's been around for a while, and, it's a bit frustrating because they've come out a couple of times and said, no, we're not going to ban anything. So, and also Hong Kong, Hong Kong is very pro cryptocurrencies. So, it's interesting that, there's this rumour still going on about South Korea when they've basically come out and said, no, we're not going to ban cryptocurrencies. Again, the US keeps coming out and warning about tougher measures on cryptocurrency. Obviously looking at a lot of the ICOs that are coming out, whether there's any fraud or anything else. And they have closed down some ICOs and basically, obviously the creators of those ICOs, they've even fined them or put them in jail. So the securities law over there is very severe when it comes to equity securities or fixed income or money markets and the like. And they're also applying that to ICOs, initial coin offerings. So it's making it very hard for people that are coming out with scam ICOs, and rightly so. Again, if we look at Russia, the largest bank, the state-owned bank called Sber Bank, I can't pronounce that properly. They're basically, quite happy to offer their clients cryptocurrency pairs and the like. So, when we talk about different countries, we're getting very different views. Luxembourg's come out and said cryptocurrency is an unstoppable phenomenon. And, obviously, depending on which country you're talking about, some are very pro-cryptocurrency and some are very, very against cryptocurrency, which is an absolute dichotomy, which is quite interesting. I've never seen such a dichotomy in markets where some are pro-cryptocurrency and some are not. Also, we've got the Canadian government studying Ethereum. Now, Ethereum performed extremely well in the last couple of days compared to the sell-off of other cryptocurrencies. So that makes it all very interesting. Just going through very quickly on just some of the news that I've noticed. Again, the Philippines is, looking at SEC, the Security Exchange Commission's regulations in the US about how they regulate initial coin offerings and the like, and the US is coming down very, very heavy on cryptocurrency and initial coin offering risk. And again, South Korea have stated they're not going to ban cryptocurrency. The UK wants to, if this is true, wants to mint their own gold-backed cryptocurrency, which should be quite interesting. We've got Venezuela, who are also looking at doing oil-backed cryptocurrency, which is going to be interesting because Venezuela is absolutely broke. So I don't know why people are going to want to buy their cryptocurrency, but look, people may want to. They don't want to buy their currency, that's for sure, and that'll be interesting to see how that goes. So that's that. Also, let's just quickly go into just having a look at malicious attacks as well. Oh, just another thing I just forgot. We've got, Hawaii New Money Transmitters Act will require virtual currency licenses. The Ukraine supports the legalization of cryptocurrencies, and we've got Japan, obviously very pro cryptocurrency and supporting a lot of the exchanges over there. So, we do have this, absolute dichotomy. Also in Venezuela, we have them doing an Ethereum token sale to support its new cryptocurrency. In India, they're looking to curb cryptocurrency, which is interesting in itself. I thought the Indians might have been more pro-cryptocurrency than what they say. And, again, there's a lot of different exchanges trying to control what's going on in terms of scams and cryptocurrencies and the like, which could be bringing this market down too, and just the negativity in terms of some of the, obviously some of the regulators in terms of cryptocurrency itself. So that probably gets people a little bit concerned. Also, I think the general sentiment is not good because we've seen quite a lot of malicious attacks. For example, IOTA, in their wallet, $4 million was hacked. And it was never to be found because their wallet was subpar, unfortunately, and so people lost $4 million of their coins in IOTA, which is not great. They couldn't actually get access to their coins, and basically, it was something to do with some sort of DOS attack, which is not great, and the recovery of money, which is not good. So it turns out it was like 3.94 million IOTA was lost due to a DOS attack. Again, an article came out about $2 billion being stolen from ICOs and cryptocurrency exchanges in the last year, which is a lot of money. And essentially that doesn't bode well for how people feel about cryptocurrencies. And it's revealed this was caused by hackers as such. And obviously there's a lot of, stories out there now about cybersecurity risk and cryptocurrencies, and people being told to use a Ledger Nano wallet, because if you have coins on the exchange, they're still not your coins. They can be hacked, and the exchange can be hacked, and everything else. So, which is not great. There was another article that came out that was saying the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Cardano are hackable, finds a British scientist, which is interesting, and and basically saying it's really important to have your coins on a Ledger Nano S, and again we saw other hacks, very big concern about security, and there was a couple of big hacks. Spritecoin masquerades as a cryptocurrency wallet. Have to be very careful about that. 400 million was stolen for a particular cryptocurrency ICO, which is not great. And then North Korea, some story about North Koreans still hacking the South Korean exchanges. And again, not a great story there either. And something about Japan exchange CoinCheck was hacked, and that was a very large hack. According to the press, it was 530 million. Oh, sorry. Apparently they lost 58 billion yen, which is 530 million, due to hacking reports. So that wouldn't bode well for the crypto markets. Another thing that came out was there was mining malware abuses Google Ads and YouTube. So please be careful when you go onto those, because what happens is you click on those things, and what can happen is a smart developer can write something that basically sets up a program where you're actually mining on their behalf, even when your computer's off. So there has been a lot of things go on. Also, this other story, 530 million was stolen from CoinCheck, and basically it was Zem was stolen from CoinCheck, and CoinCheck did come out and said that they were going to pay that back, which is a good story for obviously the people that had those coins. So I guess the thing is, it just people, obviously there's a lot of security when we talk about cryptocurrency, but you do need to be very, very careful and make sure your cryptocurrency is safe. Going forward, I do think the market is getting very close to being oversold, and I feel this is for my own money. This is not investment advice, but this is for my own money. If I can afford to buy some more, I probably will, and basically put it in the drawer or the cupboard, and basically just forget about it, because this market has been sold down quite aggressively, and there's some real value out there. So for me, I'm obviously looking to pick up Ripple. I'm looking to pick up obviously Bitcoin. Ethereum, no, because I think Ethereum's expensive. Litecoin, I think if Litecoin gets down to $120, it's a pretty good deal from my perspective. And there's a couple others like Stellar and the like. This is not investment advice, but this is for me. I didn't want to make this too long, this video, but very quickly, just going through some of the fundamentals. Bitcoin's had the worst month in 3 years in January, so it's declined. It looks like it's down about 48% from its highs in December, which is pretty amazing. So I guess you'd have to start thinking, this is getting very close to, to a buy. Well, certainly for me, that's for sure. Just go through very quickly. What else we got here? Anything of interest? Quickly look at Bitcoin Gold. I know I missed that one actually. Let's go to Cardano, see if there's anything in there. I update these all the time. Anything about Dash? Dash continues to have rapid global exchange. They've got a partnership with Uphold, which is 94% of the world's population buy Dash. So that was a good story. And they partnered with the Spanish firm Bitonova, which has 10,000 retailers throughout Spain and Latin America. Let's quickly go to EOS, see what happened there fundamentally. Anything of interest? EOS did quite well, but it now is coming off. So nothing there. ETC Classic. Here we go. Ethereum's done extremely well. It's held up very, very well, and it has certainly outpaced its rivals, and I can't understand why, but look, some people are looking at its technology, and it's done very, very well indeed. IOTA, very quickly. IOTA, apparently it's just recently there's IOTA partnered with some Taipei partners to become a blockchain-powered smart city. Litecoin, anything going on there? Litecoin hasn't done a lot lately, which is a bit of a disappointment. Here we go. Let's have a very quick look at Neo. Neo did very well indeed, very well, looked very good from a technical perspective. Palm Beach, which is a subscriber's newsletter, which I think costs $3,000 a month US, which is really expensive. Basically like Neo, and they're saying, buy Neo and hold Neo at certain levels. Also, Neo, they've also partnered up with this new company, Picchio AG, the creator, which is a good story. They're getting more on their platform. And what else we got? Very quickly, let's have a very quick look at Ripple. Sorry, this is longer than I wanted it to be. It always is. What do we got here? Ripple. Apparently with SBI, they're going to use their SBI. They're going to use their currency. That's another story. Also, they came out with MoneyGram. Very quickly. What else we got? Anything here? Portuguese are very excited about Ripple. There's real things going on. UAE crypto exchange Bitosis is going to add Ripple. Ripple's always got great stuff coming out, but the market doesn't seem to like anything Ripple does, which is unfortunate. So Ripple's got good stuff coming out, and the market doesn't want to do anything. So let's very quickly go down. Is there anything else there I want to see? Say Stellar. What's happening with Stellar? Interesting, there was a story that came out for Stellar. Why $39 million ICO chose Stellar over Ethereum, Mobius network. So, but that's all I'll cover today, guys. I hope this helps, and please take care. And if you're losing a bit of money, look, I am too. But life and health and family and friends and love and treating each other well is more important. Life is short. Thank you.